the government trying to come in and mandate some mechanism by which we find meeting, or we're just doing mundane whatever.
So I've got a little thought experiment for you.
Let's
imagine a future fourth industrial revolution eats up 80% of the jobs in an incredibly short period of time, more condensed than any of the other previous revolutions.
Sure.
So much so that there's not an opportunity to replace them all. What should this 80% of the laid off workforce do? What will happen to them?
Well, here's what's happened in history. Whatever the disruption has been, whether you're a weaver or pick a tool, they rebel. If there is not a path that leads to hope, there is rebellion, good or bad. There is a rebellion and a revolution. That is human history, and I'm certain that would be the case. But let's just presume that there is something better. I don't know, as I think about the thought experiment, what I know in my own personal life is if I don't have something I'm striving for, I tend to not be the best version of me. Something that I'm striving for intellectually, something that I'm striving for morally, something in my community. And I think that's true. I mean, one of the things that COVID seemed to illustrate is that human beings are social creatures and we're designed for community. There are outliers. I'm not talking about the outliers. But in general, we are designed to be in community and connected to people. And I believe in the West, we do the best in the world when we have a high value on life and we have a high value on not outcome, but opportunity. I'm not a big equality of outcome person. I think that leads to all sorts of bad behavior and conversation for another day. But certainly opportunity, equality of opportunity. And so for that 80% that's disrupted, one of the things I don't think is that it's the government's job to provide a what is that movie? WALL-E was the I think it was a Disney movie. We're all sitting around in lounge chairs. I'm doing my best to do my WALL-E. Normally, I'm in a suit. This is my WALL-E suit. Normally, I'm not this thick. But it is in order for our society to thrive, that 80% is going to have an opportunity, whether it's personal endeavor because my immediate circumstances are met, whatever they look like. But I'm going to have to be able to find a way to strive for the things that just bring value and meaning to me and to my community, whatever that looks like. And I don't know exactly. What I don't want to see is the government trying to come in and mandate some mechanism by which we find meaning, or we're just doing mundane whatever. But I'm not one. Look, if somebody came along and said, "Hey, look, we're going to create an opportunity where for me and my family, where I don't have to show up to work tomorrow if I don't want to," what would I do? In other words, I'm not trying to get a paycheck. I've got my health care taken care of. I've got my income taken care of, and I'm free in this society to do what I want. I'd probably do exactly what I'm doing. My name would be on the podcast, so my topics would probably be wider and different and maybe more controversial in my podcast. I follow the corporate rules because I'm a good corporate citizen. But I know that the best version of me is if I'm out there striving, and I would just let my curiosity reign. And I think as long as we as human beings do that, we'll adapt to whatever it is. If we don't do that, I think there will be rebellion and chaos in an order of magnitude that we have yet to experience, because we just don't thrive without a higher purpose and a commitment to community. I think it's demonstratable. It's scientifically demonstratable. We know it through just personal experiences. So I don't have an answer for what we would do, but I know what we should do.